Hi, David Hood here, the Dallas SEO Geek, and in this video I'm going to talk about how to find what your market is searching and whether or not they're actually searching for you and exactly where to find them. I find it's really strange how many people I see out there who've gotten proposals from SEO companies or internet marketing companies who haven't done the research on the search phrases that people are looking for. It's called keyword research. And if you don't do that, it's like starting on a voyage without a map. I'm going to drive to this place, but I have no idea where it is. I'm just going to start driving. That's the analogy. You're never going to get there because you're not going after the right stuff. Also, what they'll do is they'll say, hey, I'll rank you on the first page, and you say, okay, that sounds great. But really, they're ranking you for things that nobody's searching, or your business name, which maybe people are searching, but you should rank for anyways, very easily without any SEO. So it's important to know what people are searching. Otherwise, you're just kind of shooting in the dark. So there's a real easy tool for that will make it very easy for you to do at least a little bit of basic keyword research, and I'm going to go in and I'm going to look at it with you and show you kind of my thought process and what I do to use it. So if you sign in, you don't have to put in the CAPTCHA. You'll probably see a CAPTCHA here when you first come here. But if you sign into a Google account, you don't have to do that. It's important to do that because you get a little bit of extra information as well. So I'm going to do something that I've never looked at before, and I'm just going to show you my own thought process and work through it right here, because I'm sure it's not going to be perfect, but you'll see kind of what I think about it as opposed to a pre-planned thing where I just show you just the clean parts. And I'm going to show you everything about it. So let's do, I thought of this earlier, Dallas Lawn Care. Okay, so what I want to do is actually want to click keyword ideas. I do not like their ad group ideas. I think it's, I just don't like it. Okay, so what you've got here is there's different match types, and it defaults to the broad. And frankly, I do not like the broad a whole lot. It's useful, but what the broad is anything related to Dallas Lawn Care, any sort of search phrases will be included in these numbers. But that's not really what you want. What I like the most is the most conservative number, which is exact. So what this is how many people are typing in this exact search phrase, and maybe some close variations, but generally this exact search phrase. So 170 times a month. Okay, that's more reasonable to expect if you were to rank just for the search phrase. Now, admittedly, if you rank number one for this search phrase, you're probably going to rank well for a lot of these other search phrases. But let's just say you rank just number one for this one. You can expect to get about 35 to 40% of this traffic, and you can calculate, okay, how much traffic do I get? What's my conversion rate on my site? Boom, you can know how valuable it is to you. So keyword research is extremely valuable. I do look at the broad right at the beginning, but then when I'm going into their suggestions, I take off the broad because it muddies the data. I mean, if you have Lawn Care Dallas and Dallas Lawn Care and the numbers overlap heavily, what's the point? There's no point pulling individual data for that. Here's another thing. You go down here and lawn care. Well, I'm not really going to try to rank for that. I mean, do I care about someone who's looking for lawn care in Seattle? No. So what you can do over here is Dallas. In your include terms, and what this does is it only will give me stuff that has Dallas. Okay. Let's see. Let's find something else. So what we also want to do is let's just do cities. I want to exclude, so there's a Dallas area cities. I don't want that. So you can also exclude terms. So now it's not going to show that Dallas area cities. It's not there anymore. Okay. There's some other stuff in here that we don't want, but home, I'm not sure. I don't really want to exclude that because there might be home lawn care. Someone might be searching that. I don't know. So what we've got right here is 108 results. That's not bad. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to export this data to Excel. Okay, and hopefully you have Excel because that makes this process a lot easier. And for some reason, sometimes it duplicates whatever you gave it. So that's the thing I typed in. So it's there double. So I'm just going to go ahead and delete this line. Okay. And what they have is this competition. I find this to be very useless. The point of the tool is for people who are bidding on their ads. So if I do Dallas Lawn Care, these ads right here, okay, that's what the point of this tool is for, but that's not really what we're looking for usually. I mean, sometimes that's nice, Sometimes there's opportunities there, but usually not. Not anymore. It used to be a lot more. Okay. So let's go back to here. So I eliminate this column. And then global. I mean, sometimes you want global, but usually I eliminate it. I mean, who cares? Dallas. If someone's searching Dallas lawn care and they're in Europe, why would they be a customer? And very, very unlikely. So I like to look at the conservative numbers. So this is monthly searches. So 170 people are typing in Dallas lawn care. Here's what I'm also going to do. Relevance. So Google has this sorted by what they call relevance. Okay. So they think that certain things are more relevant than others. Not searched by how I like to look at it, which is by the most searches. So if I press Alt-DFF, it creates what's called an auto filter, which allows me to manipulate this and sort and organize this data really quickly. So I'm going to sort from largest to smallest here. Okay, for some reason it does those. I care about those. Okay, so companies in Dallas. Okay, who cares? So we're going to delete that. Dallas can. Let's go ahead and delete that. IT support Dallas. Delete that. Community service. In-home care Dallas. I don't know why it keeps thinking IT. Let's do this. There's a lot of IT in here. Okay. So maybe it's not perfect here, but there's still quite a bit here. Landscaping Dallas, tree service Dallas, Dallas lawn care. These are some, this is a lot of search phrases. If I highlight this, hopefully my mug isn't in the way. 4,000 exact searches. That's a lot. I know not all of those are probably relevant, but I think it looks like a lot of them are. Obviously, best companies in Dallas, not relevant. But still, if you just look at these top ones that we've looked at, that's still 1,900 searches a month. That's a lot of people that could potentially be exposed to. And you don't want to be going after, let's see, lawn care services Dallas as your main search phrase. 0, really, I like to label this as 1. All these zeros, because it's in here it shows less than 10, so you can see Dallas TX lawn care, but in here it shows 1, and that's because probably people are searching it 1, maybe 2 times a month, maybe less than once a month, but like every other month you get a search for it. But let's say you don't know what you're doing and you make a guess, lawn care services Dallas. You think, okay, we're going to really go after that. It's going to be in our title. It's going to be all over our page. But only one person is searching in a month. What? You didn't really do your homework right from the start. So you spend all this money and all this time, months and months of time and money, and you're number 1 for that search phrase. Okay, well, but that's not what people are searching. You get just a tiny bit of traffic. What you want to do is you want to go after some of these top ones right here. So there's one other thing that we didn't look at that I did not pull. I used to be able to have that default part of the setting, but now I have to change it every time. It's the cost per click. Let me go ahead and re-download this data, because sometimes I like to look for cost per click opportunities. Okay. Sometimes there's really inexpensive cost per click stuff. Dallas landscaping maintenance service. Okay, but nobody's searching that. So here's what I'm going to do. I've already filtered the list quite a bit. There's another little trick. It's called VLOOKUP. VLOOKUP. Like this. I like these columns. Column 3. And then for some reason you have to do false. So it's the third column. It's looking at the third column and it's pulling the cost per click data from that other sheet. And then I'm going to copy and paste values. Okay. So now the cost per click data is in here. So we can see if someone would have been on a tree service Dallas. Wow, that's a really high one. Let's see if we can find one that's gets searched a lot. Okay, sod Dallas. Not a lot of people are searching or bidding on that. So that might be something that if you have a high converting site, it might be worth it. It's important to look at. Sometimes what I'll also do is if you're looking across multiple cities, I'll put it in what's called a pivot table. that enables you to sum. Let's say you can sum up all the searches for Fort Worth, all the searches for Dallas, and compare them. So a lot of times, so if I'm looking at this, and if you can see the sum again, it's 4,000. I'm probably thinking that the fact that that's more than the broad means there's probably some extra stuff in there, or the broad is sometimes the broad doesn't even include everything. You know, Google hides a lot of this data, and not only that, but 30% of searches have never been searched before, so people are searching brand new things. And then there's a ton of searches that don't get searched very often. It's a large percentage of the searches, so that's why like you're not going to be able to find everything. But if you optimize for these top ones, then you're gonna win those other ones that people are searching pretty naturally if you do it right, if you do your SEO right. So there's a few other things that you want to do. Is you kind of want to look at the competition. That's outside the scope of this video. At some point I will create a competition video and hopefully take a look at that. And then after that, you know, what do you do with this data? So you look at the competition, then you pick things you're going to go after. Let's say you think, okay, well, this Dallas lawn care, it's a really good something that's our target market. The competition isn't that bad. I really want to go after it. So you go, and this is what affects your SEO campaign. So you make sure you put this phrase in your title. If this is your #1 phrase, you put this phrase in your title of your homepage. Maybe put a variation of some of these other phrases. You don't want to just stuff a bunch of these phrases in your homepage title, but you want it in there. Then you put in your text. You make sure that is in your text on your homepage and on some of your other pages. And then a lot of times what you can do is you link back to your homepage from your other pages with that as the text that people click on, lawn care, Dallas lawn care. Now you don't want to overdo that. You want to do it a little bit. And then if you go even further to what's called off-page SEO, which is getting people to link to you, then these are the search phrases that you're wanting to target. So again, if you haven't done this, then you don't know what you're targeting. You don't know what to track. You don't know what to see if you're ranking for, and you're just kind of shooting in the air with, you know, just shooting randomly and hoping you hit something. Not only that, but sometimes this can help you understand your market better. You'd be like, wow, I didn't realize there were this many people interested in this. This is a unique thing with internet marketing. You can actually see exactly what your market is doing. I mean, imagine how much it would cost to do this kind of research with some other kind of business that isn't internet business. I mean, you pay thousands, tens of thousands, sometimes probably even hundreds of thousands of dollars, and in this you can do it in 15 minutes and figure out exactly what your market is doing. So if you have any questions, let me know. If you want me to take a look at your keywords, your search phrases, what your market is doing, feel free to give me a call at 469-438-8153. Have a great day.